Frank, a frustrating afternoon. What was your verdict on it?
Frustrating result. Lads did everything. Lots of positives in the performance. Dominated every part of it. Really didn't give it anything away. I think maybe one counter attack in the first half. Other than that, it was all us. Ball wasn't going in the net for us. So very good up to the last bit. It's not easy against a low block team, a dogged team. No distances, no ball in behind too much. And we tried a lot. We created enough to win the game, and it didn't happen for us.
Yeah, 23 goal attempts, I think 5 on target, but it still couldn't find a way through. I mean, they were sitting so deep that it became virtually impossible to break them down in the end, didn't it?
Well, it's always possible, but it's very difficult. And with 11, it was difficult enough. But we'd created good chances, particularly in the first sort of opening of the second half, creating good chances, really dynamic, trying to run through and break their back five. And we kept pushing, and then with 10, it should have been 9 because they should have had a red card before that. The whole stadium knows it yet again. We don't get decisions here. We don't get major decisions here, or recently. But the lads kept pushing, and again against those sort of teams, I've watched their games recently, and not many teams rack up big chances against them for that reason. But even when they lose at Sheffield United, so we created as much, if not more, than what I thought we might do. So I thought it would be a tough game because of them coming to our place and playing in that way. But we created enough, and we just a little bit of us not being clinical. Yeah, fine. And otherwise, not a day for us.
No. I mean, the Kieran Brown incident is, I can say it, ridiculous. The fact he's already on a yellow card. Paul's had you right back, doesn't get a second yellow. Yes, Lancashire then gets sent off afterwards. You made a double change in central defence today. Bobby and Liam came out the team, and Joel and Luke came in. Just explain the thinking there.
Yeah, well, I think, in my opinion, Bobby and Kitch have probably been the best central defensive pairing in the league from start of the season up until December, early January, whatever you want to call it. And of course, we've had a tough moment. It's not to pick on those two lads, but when you've got two boys that are training well, and we've got a squad, sometimes there's a moment to look at that. And today was the moment for it, and I thought the boys did well. No big slant on Bobby and Kitch. It's hard keeping consistently game after game, and there's some things, we've had 2 losses before this game, and they're all collective things. So I just felt like to change that today was something to look at, and I thought the boys did well that came in, and gives me a good eye for what the competition is in that position going forward.
And you've ended up with a clean sheet, so that is a positive to take away from tonight.
Yeah, it is. It is, and that's I say credit to the team, but as I say, there were very, very minimal threats from us. Yeah, nothing more to say on that.
No. And moving forward now, obviously Middlesbrough is a huge game. They've got to play again before it comes round to a week on Monday. So again, the psychological kind of pressure, if you like to use that word, shifts onto them a little bit, does it now?
I think we've all got it, right? I think we've all got it, and I'll have to answer questions on it all the time, but it is what it is for this remaining 15 games for us. So we just have to handle our pressures, and we've got a long week going into it now with next Monday night home at the CBS with the crowd behind us, playing as we normally play, and I thought the lads did well. Even when the energy dropped in the stadium, we tried to pick it up today, and that was a good thing, but I know the energy would be big against Middlesbrough, and it's game on.
Joel, frustrating, I suppose, is the one word that springs to mind. I know the boys have kept a clean sheet, but you did more than enough to win that game, didn't you, today?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely frustrating. It's always frustrating when a game like that happens. You put so much pressure on the opposition and you can't quite... The ball won't drop for you, you could say. But yeah, and you have to take the positives away from that. Like I said, we're back at the CBS. The crowd was firing up. It was great to play back here. We created chances, we just couldn't put it to bed today. So that's for us to go look at, and then focus on getting better and better, especially at this time of the season. We want to be winning and winning and winning. So we'll go back, look at the game, and move on.
And you and Luke paired together again. Remember, obviously at Southampton, you did brilliantly well, the pair of you, in extreme circumstances down there, with Jay obviously being sent off early in the second half. How did you feel it went today?
Yeah, the positive we can take is a clean sheet. Definitely love playing with Luke. I think the signing that was made when he came in, he fit straight into the group. He's a great character and a great person to have around. He's also got the experience of going up. So he drives training. He brought high standards into the group, and the gaffer decided to put me and Luke in today, and I enjoyed playing with him. we managed to keep a clean sheet, which is always nice as defenders. So yeah.
And then, obviously, it's again 23 attempts. I think it was at goal, five on target. Because they had 10 men, they inevitably sat deeper and deeper and deeper, and that becomes more and more difficult, I suppose, to break down. You can sense the crowd, urging the players to get it forward, but it's not always as straightforward as that, Joel, is it?
No, definitely not. Something that I think we could have done better is risk the ball. Just keep putting it into those danger areas, and when it drops, being around them those sort of ricochets, and that's how you get your goal. For me, we didn't risk the ball enough, and obviously we'll go back, look at it, and see what we need to work on. But it isn't always as easy as you think when a team goes down to 10 men, especially a team like Oxford that are fighting to stay in the league. Got a lot of tough players, and they defended well in the end.
And next up, of course, Middlesbrough here. They've got to play before that game. Obviously, they're away on Monday as well. But that's building up to quite an occasion, Joel, isn't it? A week on Monday.
Yeah, definitely. It's something that we can all be excited for. Big game at home at the CBS. We'll have it roaring, and we just need to have a good week of training. We're nice and confident, and looking forward to it so much.
And the message to the fans, I mean, they were trying to do their bit. The players were, trying to respond in kind. Obviously, you understand there's anxiety and nerves around. It's the same within your group as well as in the stands. But collectively, you've got to try and overcome that somehow.
Yeah, 100%. I wouldn't say there's anxiety and nervousness in the group. We've gone through a patch where it's not been as good as the start of the season. At the end of the day, we started the season flying, and we took off, and it settled out a bit. But it's just about digging through these, you could say, rough patches and sticking together. The fans always have our back, so I've got no doubt about that. So we love playing at the CBS for that reason. And like I said, it's just going through what we did at the start of the season and bringing that back, and that sort of energy. And I'm sure we'll be good.